Hello, everybody. I'm Hannah. Thank you so much for joining me and taking care of yourselves, taking this time. I call this calm yoga, and I have sort of a thought with the acronym CA, the way it's spelled. The C, center. So I think this is obviously a very tough time for everyone, and it feels like a hurricane. Hey, Monique, how are you? Um, it feels like a hurricane, right? I mean, everything is swirling around us. And so I want to try to offer this class so we can feel like we're somewhat in the center of the hurricane, maybe towards the eye, the center, as opposed to being caught up in the swirling chaos. Um, and I hopefully will show you how to center emotionally as well as physically, and we can do that with yoga. A, the next letter, allow. Easy. Okay, so allow. What can we allow today? Ask yourself, it's very easy when things are going well in our lives, but when things aren't going so well, we tend to resist, block, we don't let things in. Hi, Evan. Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining. And ask ourselves, what are we blocking? Um, because it's a very stressful time, and when we're stressed out, the amygdala in our brain goes crazy. It's having a little amygdala party, and we're in survival mode, and we seize up, and we don't allow, and we may find ourselves distracting ourselves, avoiding our feelings, and avoiding doing some work on ourselves, and even maybe even avoiding taking care of ourselves. The next letter L in calm is let go. Um, what are we holding on to right now that isn't really beneficial for us? Is there a sense of holding, a contraction, a grasping that you can feel? Perhaps it's fear, because a lot of people are feeling that right now, fear of the unknown. Um, and we can feel that grasping in our bodies. And as we do the poses, I want to encourage you to breathe through the grasping and the tightness, and just be with your body and try to be aware of the sensations as we move through the poses, okay? And finally, meditate is the last letter of calm, and we'll just take a few minutes to meditate towards the end. Um, Yoga was actually created as a preparation for meditation originally. So once we loosen our bodies, hopefully breathe into our bodies, we'll make some room within our bodies as well as in our hearts and in our minds. And as we sit towards the end, I hope that we can find some stillness there, and I'm excited. You don't have to have had any meditation experience, so you can relax about that, okay? All right, so shall we get started? I hope you can see me okay. Hey, Ann. Okay, good. The kids are napping. Awesome. Hey, William. Nice to see you. All right, so guys, do you have your yoga mat? I have a water bottle. If you have a blanket, that would be great to put under your knee, because I have sensitive knees. And if you have a block, cool, you don't need one. I may not use it, I just wanted to have it. And towards the end, just a cushion for sitting. You can use a couch cushion as well. Okay, it doesn't have to be meditation cushion. Okay, so I'm so excited to be doing this with you guys. Now, let's just first sit. You could sit down Indian style or sit however you wish. Let's just be here. Find the stillness. take a deep breath in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. One more time. Feeling our heart, filling our heart with your intention for this class today. Asking yourself why you showed up today. Great. Let's do child's pose. I think we all know what that is, but we want to sit with our knees sort of on the wider side, and we drop our bodies forward. You can see here. There we go. And just put your forehead on the mat. Feel yourself. I'm just going to lift my head because I'm talking. I need for you to hear me. But continue to just drop in with your forehead into the mat. Feeling the weight of your body sinking into the earth. The contact points your body is making with the mat. Breathing into your hips, into your lower back. Great. Bring your hands into a prayer position, or just bring them together and put them over your head, like so. Now turn off to the side. And walk your elbows a little bit further towards the front of the mat so you feel a nice side stretch here. And continue to breathe. And as we come out of this pose, mindfully come to the top of your mat, into table, okay? And we'll do a couple of cat and cow exercises, and I'll show you from the side. Now, as we drop our bellies to the earth, our head rises up, our chest rises up. We push our palms into the earth and breathe in. And as we exhale, we bring the back towards the ceiling. Our heads fall down. Exhale. Again, giving our spine what it needs today. Breathing in. And in the opposite direction. Breathing out. And dropping your belly one more time. Lifting your chest, shining your heart out. Breathing in. And the opposite direction, breathing out. Great. Now as we gather back to the center of the mat, come back to table and take your left leg out and lift it straight out like this, okay? Then we're going to swing it over to the other side of our bodies and look at your foot. So it looks like this. Swing it and look at your foot. You should feel a nice side body stretch there. Breathing into the stretch. Breathing in the calm energy. And then lift that foot, swing it over to the other side. And let's do some cat and cow poses here. Dropping the belly, planting our palms into the earth and shining our hearts forward. Breathing in. And breathing out. Rounding our back. One more, dropping our bellies, breathing in, and breathing out. Now walk your fingertips towards your body and raise your torso, lifting your hands to the sky, reaching up, breathing in, and exhale, drop your shoulders. Can't see me. There we go. Dropping your shoulders. One more breath. Breathe through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, lower that arm down to your leg. Breathe in once more through the crown of your head. And exhale, side stretch. Gaze towards the ceiling. One more breath. And then we're going to send our arms like a pinwheel, and our lower body just stays where it is. And then the other arm stretches out. You're making a strong diagonal with your body. By the way, if this is uncomfortable for your foot, you can also do that, all right? You should never feel pain. If you feel pain, just stop, or I can show you some other options as well. We'll try to be mindful of that. And we'll put our hands together and bring our knees together. Great. Let's do the other side. Come to table, and we'll take the other leg, lifting up the foot, extending it like this, swinging it over to the other side, and then taking a peek at your foot. Breathing into that side body. Breathing in the goodness for yourself, for your soul. Stay there. Oops. So we were here, and then we're going to lift the foot and swing it over to the other side, planting that foot down, and do a couple of cat and cows here, lowering the belly, lifting up the chest, and breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, belly drops, chest lifts. And breathing out, rounding our back, planting our hands into the earth. When you finish with that breath, walk your hands to your body, lifting your hands to the sky. Okay, here we go again. This online thing is a little difficult. All right, breathing in, stretching up. Breathing out, lowering your shoulders away from your ears. Breathing again through the crown of your head. And lower that arm down to your leg. Again, if this is uncomfortable for your leg, you can always bend your knee, okay? Breathing in. And stretching over to the side. Looking toward the ceiling. Take 2 more breaths here. As we look to the ceiling, this opens up our hearts. Great. And come back to center with our hands together. Our knees come together as well, and let's get back into child's pose. If you have thoughts that come up while we're doing this, that's related to anxiety and fear, I just encourage you to take a breath into your body, and as if you're welcoming in the calm into your spirit. Okay, great. Now, get it back into table. And I'm going to show you this way. Then we're going to tuck our toes and lift up into downward facing dog, planting our hands firmly into the ground. Your heels don't have to touch the ground, okay? If you want, there could be a slight bend in the knees, and that's totally fine. Just let your head hang and breathe here for 3 breaths. Maybe think about what you want to let go when you exhale. When you breathe in, what are you allowing? What can you allow? Okay. A 3-legged dog, lift one of your legs, and maybe I can go this way. There we go. Lift one leg and keep your hips square at this point, okay? And just feel the stretch in that standing leg, the one that's on the mat. And then you can bend your leg and open up that hip. Two more breaths here. Another breath. Coming back to center. And let's do the other leg, lifting that up. Keeping your hips square helps you really feel that stretch on the other leg that's on the mat. And then bending that knee and opening up the hip, looking under your armpit maybe. Great. Coming back to center. And you're still in downward facing dog. Bend both knees and bring one foot between your hands like this. There we go. And I'm going to take a blanket right now and place it under my knee. So we'll be here for just a little bit. Okay, I just want to check the time. Okay, it's 2:18. All right, and then we're going to rise up. Here we go. Rise up on an inhale. Lifting toward the sky. Lowering your shoulders from your ears. Opening up your chest, opening up your heart. Noticing how this feels. Bringing your hands to center. And then twist toward that bent knee. Breathing here. Coming back to center. Okay, let's do the other side. Put the blanket on the other side. Put that knee down. And bring your other leg to the front of the mat. And on an inhale, stretch up. Relax your shoulders, opening the sternum. Bringing our hands to our hearts, and then twisting toward the bent knee. Come back to center. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. All right, I'm going to do a sequence now called Brahma Dandasana, and it's going to be great for grounding. So come to standing. I don't think you see me very well. My head's a little cut off, but okay, that's good. All right, Bring your feet as wide as the mat or a little wider. And on an inhale, raise up your arms. And then bring your hands together, bend your knees. Inhale, rise up. Turn your palms toward the earth as you make a flat back, so it looks like this. Okay, and then we just sink down. All right, so I'll do it one time again, this direction, and then I'll turn to the side so you can see. Then we rise up. Give a little clap. Hands together to the heart. Hands back up. Palms facing down, flat back. And you're reaching forward. I think I forgot this the first time, excuse me. On an inhale, and then we melt down. Okay, I'll do this on the side again. And we rise up. Give a little clap. Hands together at the center. Hands up, lifting. Palms facing the ground, knees bent. And inhale, reaching forward. And melting down. Rising up again. Give a little clap. Hands up. Palms down, flat back. And inhale, reach forward. And melt down. Last time, rise up. Give a little clap. Hands to heart. Bending your knees. Reaching up. In your hands, palms facing down with the flat back. Inhale, reaching forward. And exhale. Now stay here. If doing a squat is uncomfortable for you, you can always put a block underneath this way, or actually this way. All right. But if you don't have one, and it's fine without it, go for it. All right, hands together. Put your elbows on the insides of your knee, and just notice how this feels first. Ground through your feet. Pretend your tailbone has a 20-pound weight. Great. Always sway a little bit back and forth. We're going to just sit down, sit that booty down. Let's do a boat. All right, here we go. Now, I love this pose, a full boat, because it's challenging because you're holding this position and inevitably your body will start to shake. And in yoga, and for any kind of difficult pose where you feel the tension, the practice of yoga to me is breathing into it so that I can remain calm within the tension, and not just physically, but emotionally. So let's try this pose. I'm sitting like this, and we're going to lift one foot, the other foot. And we'll just turn to the side so you can see. Lift one arm, lift the other arm. And if you like, you can straighten out that leg. Now, what you don't want to do is round your back, right? Because you're trying to stay up. See if you can keep your back straight, all right? Like you're a hinge, right? Here we go. Now, by all means, come back and rest. All I'm just going to let you guys do this on your own at your pace, all right? So we come up, opening your hearts within this pose. And as your body is tensing up, breathe, breathe, and allow, and let go. That's really great, guys. We have very little time left, so we are going to go down on our backs now. Oh, all right, here we go. Oh. Bring one knee towards your body and give that leg a hug. Maybe circle your feet and circle that foot, not the other direction, sending it some love. Now take that bent knee and cross it over your body, and the opposite arm goes in the other direction as well as your head. And breathe into your ribs here. This is a reclining twist. Coming back up, let's do the other side. Bringing the other leg towards you, giving it a hug. And sending that across your body. And the other arm goes in the opposite direction. And you can look at that hand there. Breathing right into the rib cage. Filling it up like a balloon. Coming back to center. Okay. Now, the best pose of all, just lie down in Shavasana. This is called corpse pose. Giving your body the rest it needs, the calm it needs. Allowing what needs to come to us, trusting that it will. And letting go of what we don't need. How often do we do this? Just lie down and just do nothing except just be still. It's so important to take care of ourselves like this, especially in this time. Just let your body sink down as if you're on the sand on a beach, feeling the warm sun on your skin. Just stay lying down as I check a couple of messages. All right. We're going to finish up here in Shavasana in a second. Give yourself a pat on the back for taking the time to make the time for yourself. That within this hurricane, that we can really truly find within ourselves the calm center. And this is something that we have to work on constantly, because it's so easy to get swept away. Just be aware of how you're breathing. Be aware of your thoughts. And trust that you know what you need to do. As you relax further, okay, you can start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Wake up your body a little bit. Roll over to one side. And just stay in this fetal position for a minute. Giving yourself permission to just be here. Just be here and showing up for yourself. This is a testament to your courage to cultivate the qualities that we want to see in the world. And gently push yourself up. And let's come to sitting. Thank you. Now we're going to sit for 10 minutes. Just grab a cushion. You just want to get your hips a little higher than your knees. There we go. Find a comfortable position here. You don't have to do some crazy yogi. You don't have to do that. I don't do that. I just kind of comfortably put my feet in front of each other. I hope this has been calming for you. Find your sit bone. Now we have 2 sit bones on our butt cheeks. And see if you can find those bones. Maybe you want to scoop a little of the flesh out from under you. And let those 2 bones just ground itself like a plant in the soil, just into the cushion, and the floor, the earth is supporting you to be upright. Your posture should be straight. I've once heard a teacher say a dignified position, if that helps. And close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Or if you could leave your eyes open a little bit if you prefer. You can just gently place your hands wherever it's most comfortable. And I want you to bring your attention to your breath as you sit here. Now, this is not a breathing exercise, so you don't have to control anything. Just notice how you're breathing. If thoughts are cascading down into your mind, that is actually okay. Because the point of meditation is not to get rid of our thoughts, which is a common misconception. It's how we can relate to our thoughts. So if you see, or if you feel, if you see your thoughts just continuing to come up, the fear, the anxiety, just notice that it's there. And by noticing it and watching and being the knower of it, it actually takes the power away from those thoughts. Now let's shift into a different sense. How about the sense of touch? As you sit here, what do you feel in your body? The contact maybe the clothes are making against your skin. Maybe you feel a tickling sensation or a tingling sensation somewhere. Notice the quality of the air. Is it cool? Is it just right? Is it a little warm? Does the air have another quality, like softness or hardness? Shifting again to our hearing. As we sit still, besides my voice, what can you hear? See if you can notice these things without making any judgments or attaching any stories to it. It's just an experience of the senses. See if you can hear some of the subtle sounds, the barely audible sounds. And shifting again to our sense of taste. How does your mouth feel? Do you need water? I think I do. Do you taste the remnants of your coffee this morning? Continuing to breathe. Now, if you like, you can put a hand on your heart. And breathe as if you're breathing through your heart. I briefly talked about cultivating a quality that we want to see in the world. Think about a quality that you would like to create or cultivate, that you wish to see more in the world. And breathe that in right into your heart. Just taking the time. with the remaining time left, we'll just take 1 minute to send some loving kindness. Think of someone that you love and place them before you and send them well wishes. I'm just going to say a few phrases as you keep that person in your consciousness. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. Let's think of all the people who are working in the healthcare industry, who are working on the front lines, who have to keep working because we depend on them. Let's breathe in well wishes for them. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. And lastly, sending this to yourself. Sometimes this is the hardest part. But as you put your hand on your heart, breathe in some love for yourself. And gratitude that you took this time. Breathe in. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be happy. And may I live with ease. Thinking of one thing that you're grateful for right now. As we put our hands together towards our heart. Whatever you are grateful for, let it fill your body from your head all the way down to your toes. There is so much to be grateful for. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. I hope you stay safe, and I hope you can take some time out every day to find your inner calm. If you have any questions about any of the poses or meditation in general, feel free to reach out to me.